Away. So, today, guys, we are doing not today, man. Yeah, but yeah, we're doing compound interest, which is yeah, it's very compound. It's not simple, but it's easy. So, compound interest, it's very beautiful. So this is how it works, ne? Simple interest. You have a principal amount which is the amount that you are investing, ne? And that amount each and every year you're going to earn interest, ne? Which is just 10, which is you're gonna earn the same interest. How do we calculate that interest? We calculate it using the principal amount. So in 1,000 rand example and 10% interest, that implies each and every year you're gaining 100 rand as an interest, ne? But for what is this thing, for compound interest is a little bit different. So compound interest, what happens is you have money, we invest it, and we gain interest at the end of the year. Same way as simple, like at the end of 1 year, everything is the same as in simple interest. But here in compound interest, what differs or what's different is that at the end of the year we have our money including the interest, right? In total, how much is that? It's 1,100. That's the money we have at the end of the year. And then at the end of the year, we take that money, 110, and we invest it again, and we're going to gain interest on that amount, right? So it's like at the end of the year, we take the money we have, and in the beginning of the new year, we take that money, we invest it, and at the end of the year, the money we will have is the money that we had at the beginning of the year plus the interest, which is calculated based on the money that we had at the beginning of that year. A lot of talking, let me put it into writing. 1,000 rand, it's a very 1,000. So we have 1,000 rand, ne? And then you invested this 1,000 rand, right? So let me say this will be yes. This is okay. This will be yes. So this is year one. Here's what's gonna happen. Year one, I put in some cash, which is 1,000 rand. So the amount of money I'm expecting to get, it's gonna be 1,000 rand, 1,000 rand plus the interest, which is 1,000 multiplied by 10%, which is 0.1. Now this is how much money I will have at the end of year one. So I can say this is the same as 1,000 1 plus 0.1, right? Yeah, close bracket, right? Let's go to year two. Year two, by the way, let me just say the amount here, of course, it's 1,100. Let's go to year two. Year two, what happens is I now take this money and I invest it as if it's the new year, right? So technically, I will just say 1,100 into 1 plus, no, let me say plus 1,100, right? Multiply by 0.1. This is what I will do, right? But now, instead of writing it this way, I'm gonna write it this way, right? So this is this money. Yeah, and there's just a reason why I'm doing it that way. I just want to show you guys something, eh? So the money I have at the beginning of the year, it's this amount, this money. This is the money I have at the beginning of the year. So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna invest it. So I'm investing 1,111,1,000 plus 0.1. Now remember, this is year two, and this is the money I have, because this amount it gives me exactly this. So yeah, this is the money I'm investing at the beginning of the year. So when I invest it now at the year, I'm gonna gain interest, and we see that when you gain interest, it is the money you invested plus that money times the interest, which when you factorize is the money that you invested into 1 plus the interest, right? So it goes like that. So here I'm going to multiply by the interest, né? The interest, no, I'm not multiplying by the interest. So this one is for the money that we are investing, and this one is for the interest, 0.1, right? So you realize that this is actually 1,001 plus 0.1 to power of 2, right? So basically, put in your calculator, né? Get the value for this, né? After finding that value, compare it to 1,100. Compared to 1,100 plus 1,100 multiplied by 0.1. Compare those values, right? 1,100 plus, in fact, let's do it. You see how much we get in there? And now I will say 1,000 into 1 plus 0.1 squared. Yeah, if there was a strike, if there was an argument, I've closed it. You see, we're getting the same value. Yeah? Now, this is the money we have at the beginning or at the end of year 2, or the money we have at the beginning of year 3. So if I go to year 3 and I invest that money, I'm going to take that money, right? When I take that money, I invest it, right? So when I invest it, at the end of the year, I will have the money I invested plus the interest, the money gain. So I'm multiplying the money that I have by 1. This will give me the money that I invested, and this will give me the interest that I gained that particular year. And then the total will be the money I'll have at the end of year 3, right? Which you realize the total actually 1,001 plus 0.1 to the power of 3. So from just these 3 workouts, it allows us to conclude to say, therefore, accumulated amount, which is the money you've accumulated over the period of, over the investment period, it's going to be principal amount, the money that you initially invested, 1 plus 0, plus I. Remember, I is the interest rate which you are gaining, or the interest which you are getting from the investment, and then raised to the power of n, right? N being the number of years. You can see it here. We had to the power of 1, to the power of 2, to the power of 3, right? So as the number of years increases, n also increases. And if the number of years decreases, n also decreases. So this then becomes the formula that we use in compound examples. So let's go do some examples so that we clearly understand how to use that equation. So yeah, we have the first question here. They say an amount of 3,500 is invested into a savings account which pays a compound the interest of 7.5. Calculate the balance accumulated after 2 years. See, it's the exactly same question. We just changed the simple interest to compound interest. So let's do it. You have, let's go, I think red is beautiful. A equals to I(n). Now we substitute principal amount 3,500, 1 plus 0.075 to the power of 2. 351 plus 0.075 squared. 0.075, 1 plus 3,500, cool. So how much money do we have? We have 4,042 rand 69 cents. This is how much money we have. And also in certain examples, you see we used compound interest here, and on the previous video we used simple interest. They could say, now which one offers more interest, or where would you put your money, which bank would you put your money in? So we check the amount is 4,040, and we go here where we got 4,025, right? The simple interest one, we got 4,025. So you see, 4,040 is where I would get more money, so that's where I'm gonna put my money. You understand? We go again. Let's talk about Nicole. So Nicola Nicola wants to invest some money at a compound interest rate of, so we have a compound interest rate of that much. So how much money to the nearest rent should be invested if she wants to reach 100,000, right? So we are calculating P here, né? And of course from here you would realize that P is equals to A divided by 1 plus I to the power of N, which is you want to reach 100,000. 1 plus 0.11 to the power of over 5 years, right? So we go to our calculator. 1 plus 5 to the power of 5. So we are getting 59,345, right? 345, right? 0.13. Oh, to the nearest rent. So we're just gonna leave it like this. And then, my friend, you are done. Let's see the next one. Bongani invests 6,110 into an account which pays a lump sum at the end of 7 years period. If she gets this much, right, 6,900 at the end of a period, or at the end of a period, what compound interest did the bank offer? So it's 7 year period. So we're calculating what? We're calculating I. So as for me, I just like, I like doing this. So you're gonna have, okay, you're gonna have A over P equals to 1 plus I to the power of N. What interest? So we are trying to find this. Therefore here I would say I have A over P to the power of 1 over N equals to 1 plus I, right? And therefore I is going to be A over P 1 over N minus 1, which is what? Which is 6,904.30 divided by 6,110 to the power of 1 over 7 minus 1, and we get 6,904.3, 6,110, 1 over 7 minus 1, right? So after minusing 1, we are getting 0.0176. So they say round it off to 1 decimal place. Therefore your answer, it's gonna be 2.12. So that's 1.8%. Right, just like that. So I don't know, I just like this thing of you have the formula, you substitute, you get the answer, right? So yeah, you can do it your way, so long as we get the same answer, that is fine. Or let me just say, so long as you get the right answer, that is fine. I don't know whose name did I want to use here, but this gentleman invests 1,790 in an account which pays it pays a lump sum at the end of 9 years. If he gets this much at the end of the period, okay, what compound interest, right, rate is the bank offering? Let me see. What compound interest did the bank? So it's plus 1 is the same question. So I'm just going to use the same formula to say I equals to A over P 1 over N minus 1. This is how much we had. So 2613.41790 1 over 7 minus 1. So I press my calculator. 2613.4 1790 1 over 9 minus 1, and I am getting 0.04295, which if I round it up, I'm gonna get 4.3%. Right. Yep. So this is the end of compound interest. The rest we'll see them on the next video.